Hello, everyone. Daniel Kerr here. I'd like to say Merry Christmas. And since a lot of people are more comfortable these days saying Happy Holidays, I'd also like to say Happy Celebration of the Birth of Jesus Christ. Um, Okay, so today what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Korg ES2 and I'm going to pull the camera over here so you can see what's going on, but I want to explain a little bit first about what I want to show you. I want to show you how to use the oscillators that are in the ES2 as well as your own or whatever, any samples, especially tiny loops like single cycle waves or basically synth oscillators to create your own drum kits using the synth engine on the Korg ES2. I did one of these for the EMX, and I've done it with the ESX many times in the old days, but now this is brand new ES2. So we're moving on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the different oscillators to create drum sounds, okay? I'm going to create a couple of different types of kits, a couple of different types of kicks, a couple of different types of snares, a rudimentary hi-hat open and closed, right? So you can see what's going on. The hi-hat, I'm going to use the high-pass filter, and I'm going to use the white noise, some of the noise oscillators that come with the unit, because those ones are pre-made. I don't have to mess with those, and they're really suitable for that type of thing. The other stuff, I'm going to be using a variety of different oscillators. I guess I'll probably use the sine wave that's in here because it really makes a nice hard 808 style kick. So I'll show you what's up with that, although you don't need to use any of the internal oscillators if you don't want to. I'm going to be using a lot of the samples that are in the unit, which just so happen to be the ones that I have in the sample set that I use when I play live on the street, right? Yes, I have been using my hardware on the street, not just Ableton. I actually haven't used my computer the last few times I've gone out. And I've been using the ESX and the ES2, and pretty soon the ESX is not going to be used at all, and maybe not even the ES2. I've been using the SP606 quite a bit. I've got a DX200. Some of you have noticed that in my other videos. All right. As far as the sample set goes, which is the one that I use on the street, it is also the one that I am releasing on eBay for Christmas. So if you want to check that out, the link is in the description. There's 50 FM basses. There's 60 synthesizer waves. There's like 80 or 160 drum loops, and they're chopped up. There's 7 full kits of 8-bit sounds and effects that are chopped up and sliced. You can use the individual hits. So there's a ton of those. There's a bunch of stereo and mono movie soundtrack style effects with swooshes and impacts and things like that. Let's see what else is in there. There is there's all the arpeggio patterns that I demoed before. So you have a full pattern of 16 arpeggios in every minor scale. So there's like 16 arpeggios in one pattern, on one on each pad, in C minor, then in C sharp minor, then in D minor, then D sharp minor. Like I said before, I don't really care much don't care much for major scales, so I haven't really included any of those. Anyway, so what I'm going to be doing is showing you the drum technique, and let me just get right into this. Okay, so right off the bat, I have an initialized pattern, as you can see. The first thing that I want to do is, on this pad here, there's always the default is there's always some sequencer information. So I'm going to get rid of that by holding down Shift, pad number 14, clear sequence. Then Shift pad number 2. I'm going to change the length to 2 because that's a good one, and I'll write that. And I think the default is 120. I'm going to go down a little bit. I've been working in the 90s quite a bit, so I'll write that as well. Go back to trigger mode and nothing. I'll go to some of the synth sounds and I'll audition them for a second. Let me find one of the synth sounds. You can do this with any of them, but I'm going to find one, maybe like a good analog sounding wave. 1 second. Okay, I like that one. What I'm going to do now for kick drums and for all percussion hits, a lot of what it has to do with is the pitch envelope, okay? So right here in modulation for that one, I'm going to go and turn it to, it's going to be envelope generator plus pitch. Now let's listen. Okay, now in the depth, I'm going to turn the depth all the way up. Turn the speed until it gets until it's kind of fast. Let me put the mic down for a second. Go to keyboard mode. I'm going to turn the amp envelope generator on so that I can control the release. Turn it up. Now I'm going to mess with the pitch knob until I find the sweet spot. Okay, sounds good. Now I'm going to turn the IFX on and give it some punch. Okay, that's fine for here. I'm going to go 2 spots over and I'm going to make a snare drum. Just going to use the high pass filter noise with the internal oscillators. Use the high pass filter and roll the cutoff down. Okay, I'm going to move 1 spot over and I'm going to make another snare out of one of my oscillators. 1 second. Let me find one. That should be easy. It's like a pluck. Go to keyboard mode. It's like a blip. All right, let's record just a little bit of a sequence here. Well, that was terrible. Oops. Okay, now I'm going to go to the next part here and choose their internal sine and show you how to make a pretty sweet little that's kind of weird. What is that? Okay. Using the pitch envelope again, I'm going to go to keyboard mode and listen to that. Okay, and then use the pitch and find the sweet spot once again. Okay, add a little overdrive. That sounds good. Let me add this in. Move over here and use the high pass filter noise oscillators again to make some hats. Copy this to the next one and then make this one a little longer, add probably a little flanger to it to make it kind of sound better as an open hat. 1 second. Shift number 13, copy part, yes. This pattern, yes. Copy this part to this part. Okay, now, okay, make it a little longer and add a little bit of flange. Go back to trigger. Sorry, guys. And there we have it. A pretty decent analog sounding drum kit. One good thing to do is we have our master effects sent. If we send this to a compressor and we put the hold on, we can compress everything pretty good, and then we can resample. Let's do that. Shift sampling mode, audio, sampling source, resampling in mono. Ready? I'm gonna wait till it goes all the way. I want to make sure that I got that next hit for the part so that I can trim it properly. All right, now we listen to the sample. Okay, let's write it. Now it's going to write it immediately to 501, which is kind of a faux pas if you have the hack. Nonetheless, we can go here. I'm going to go to sample edit. Yes, and there it is. Okay. To trim it properly in the beginning, one of the things we want to do is we want to go over to sample tune and tune it all the way down. Now listen. Notice how much free time there is before it actually engages. Now we'll go to the start point and we'll go maybe 4 increments or 3 increments in, and we'll mess with it till we find a good spot. 1 second. Okay, now we know that's a good start point, and now we'll go back to sample tune and put it back at 0, and you'll notice there's no sound, no empty sound at the beginning. Listen. Okay, now we'll go to the end point, and we will trim off just that last piece. Again, I'll go to maybe 3 samples in, and I'll adjust it till I hear it. We want to go until it doesn't engage at all. So here, 1 second. When I say it doesn't engage, I'm talking about that second time around. I made sure that I sampled a little bit extra so that I would have a nice solid hit that I could trim off to get a perfect trim. Sorry if I didn't explain that correctly. Listen. pulling it back till that next hit gets, see, it's almost gone there. Goes through, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, very close. I'll pull this back a little. Okay, we'll call that good, and we'll write that. And then we'll slice it. Might as well, and then we'll add it to a couple of patterns, just so you can see how that works. Okay, exit, go to slice, time slice, bam, 32/16. That's exactly what we got. See, that's... See, that's not good. How about... working. It's writing. Okay, sounds good. It's sliced, and we know that it's on 501. So now we'll go back to our patterns. Okay, that's the one that we took. Let me find one of my patterns. How about... Okay, how about if I put that slice pattern right here? No, right there. Okay, we'll go to 501. Oh, there it is. And we'll go to the sequencer. Actually, I can do it with the gate arp. Okay, watch this. There it is. Here, let's solo it. Listen for a second. I'm going to change the amp. Pitch it up. Sounds good. Cool. So that's how it's done. Yeah, check out the description if you want the sample set off of eBay. And I love you guys. I hope you have a Merry Christmas.